My name is Dr. Roman. I still remember the winter of my 4th year in Russia like a scar that never fades. I was studying MBBS in a medical university in a small Russian city. Our hostel was an old building, 8 floors, long, silent corridors, flickering yellow lights, and windows that howled when the wind pushed against them. Most of the foreign students lived on the 6th floor. My room number was 386. At first, everything felt normal. Classes, anatomy labs, late-night study sessions, and cooking instant noodles in the shared kitchen. But one night in January, something happened that I still cannot explain. It was around 3 a.m. I had fallen asleep while reading pathology. Suddenly, I woke up to the sound of someone running in the corridor. Fast footsteps, back and third. At first, I thought maybe some drunk students were messing around, but the footsteps didn't sound like shoes. They sounded bare, slapping against the cold floor. Slap, slap, slap. Then they stopped right outside my door. I held my breath. For a few seconds, there was complete silence. Then 4 slow knocks. Knock, 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 knock. I asked in English, "Who is it?" Then, no answer. I opened the door quickly. The corridor was empty. The lights flickered, making the long hallway look even more abandoned. I walked a few steps out, thinking someone had run away as a prank, but the floor was freezing cold and completely silent. I went back inside and locked the door. The next morning, I asked my neighbor, Swastik, if he heard anything. He looked at me strangely and said, "You heard the running too?" My stomach dropped. He told me that many students had heard it before, always after 2:30. Some heard footsteps, some heard whispering in Russian, but nobody ever saw anyone. I laughed it off, thinking it was just hostel rumors, but 2 weeks later, something worse happened. It was snowing heavily outside. Most students had gone home for holidays, so the floor was almost empty. I was studying late again. Around 3:30 a.m., I heard the footsteps. This time, they were slower, walking, not running. And they started from the far end of the corridor and came closer. I could hear them clearly through the door. Footstep, then step, then step. They stopped outside room 386, my room. Then the door handle slowly moved. Someone was trying to open it. I froze. The handle turned left, then right, slowly shaking, but I had locked it. "Who's there?" I shouted. The handle stopped moving. Silence. After a few seconds, I heard something that still makes my skin crawl. A whisper right outside my door in broken English. "Open the door." My heart was pounding so loudly I thought it would burst. I didn't move. I didn't breathe. And I scare only. So, after what felt like forever, the footsteps walked away down the corridor. The next morning, I checked outside. There were wet footprints on the floor, bare footprints. But the strange thing was, they started in the middle of the corridor and ended right in front of my door. There were no footprints leading away. But I can't never remember this happened.